All right. So
Ain't
do
gonna
we got
lie.
like a do we got our theme song now or something?
I don't know. I have like the thing. You haven't listened to an episode yet, huh?
Not really.
Okay, after we solve American foreign policy, you can listen to the theme song.
Yeah. All right. I'm about to solve it for you in like 30 seconds.
So
I
where's
know.
yours?
Okay, dude, we were gonna cover this like weeks ago, right?
Hmm.
I mean, but then we kind of just shelved it and we're like, oh, let's just talk about Ramadan. And that was a good episode. But dude, this was just like that elephant in the room that we
Absolutely.
had to talk about. And it's been what, how many weeks? Like 3 weeks?
Almost a month.
Almost a month? Yeah. And if anybody is sitting here thinking like, oh, this is good, this is a good thing, like I really just don't know what kind of world you're living in. And this is just it's just like an extension of their foreign policy that we're seeing on display, right?
Wait, who's
They're
they? Who's they?
the US.
Okay,
So I
ours,
guess
ours, ours,
yes,
ours,
yes.
bro. Own ours.
I'm not owning this. I'm not owning this mess. This is not me, dude. This is they.
We live,
This is insane people
this
who are
is
just
insane people.
who have
These
lost
are
their
old.
minds.
These are
They
old flesh bags who have lost their mind.
yeah,
Guys in either looking like a donkey or an elephant.
old Epstein flesh bags that I mean are just they're just running around like a bull in a china shop. Somebody said it like I forgot who said this, but it's like this has been a war in search of a strategy. So I heard that from somebody. I was like, that's exactly what it is because they went in there, bro. They were thinking, you know how we pulled that stunt. They were thinking we pulled that stunt in Venezuela, that heist or that kidnapping or whatever you want to call it, right?
I know now he's like in a cell with his wife in like Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah, so they looked at that whole Venezuela operation and they were like, "Oh, we planned that so well. We went in there and with our, I don't know, special ops and bombing, we went in there quickly, just snatched him and his wife out of there and brought him to New York, and we just orchestrated a quick regime change." I think that just that in and of itself got them so like drunk and just high off of like them high on their supply and then thinking, look, the US military is invincible. And
So,
also like
hold on,
he's
I'm gonna
never
pause you. I'm gonna pause you before we jump to the thing. It's impressive you had the hunch, and it's very astute. Um, like the likes of Sami Hamdi with the back channels was saying that it was Netanyahu and company and the neocon warhawks that told Trump, "Hey, look, you had such a good time doing this. Let's go do the same thing in Iran because American Israeli interests, the post in the Middle East, oil flow, petrol dollars, all these other things." And it seems like, like when you hear what happened as the day started going into this thing,
Mhm.
the Omani like peace deal brokers were
Yeah,
like, this was in the bag.
like Israel made you do
It,
it.
it was sealed. Somebody had just had to go in the mailbox and drop it off into Washington, D.C.
Yeah,
That's all that was left.
that's what the foreign minister said, right?
That's what the Omani said.
Yeah.
He's like, what happened?
I mean, pretty much like the sad thing about Trump is like, you know how everybody has like a shaitan that whispers to them? Like Trump has two shaitans. Like he has him and he has Benjamin. So I mean, when you have that situation, it's not gonna help. And plus, and there are like many different forces at play, right? But I think like you can look at the whole Venezuela thing, and also they've never like encountered any resistance. Like even in his first term, they were going around bombing everything. This term, they've just been going around throwing their weight around. They even did that recent 12-day war, which they bombed all their Iran's nuclear sites
They
last year.
obliterated
They
Iran.
obliterated them. They claimed like, oh, anything else, anything to the contrary is fake news. So if everything was obliterated, what are you doing now?
Bro, there was it 2,500 miles away. They had that US UK thing, like the
They hit
base.
that base.
Yeah, I have.
But
Yo,
is it
shout out.
what was it an Iranian ballistic missile or something else?
It was
False
Iranian
flag.
ballistic. Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, they're all saying it's Iran. NATO, bro. The NATO guy was like, we can't confirm it was Iran.
Of course, NATO guy says can't confirm it was Iran. There's
Wait,
Iran.
he would though.
Here's the base.
Yeah,
That's insane, dude. Based on that missile that hit that base,
yeah.
everything that's in the light blue is within
It's
range of
fair
this.
game.
It's fair game within this mid-range bullet into whatever type of missile that it was.
Yeah, I mean, that's what these guys just in the negotiations. Basically, why Israel gets pissed and why the U.S. gets pissed is like they don't want to stop at nukes at the nuclear program. They say, look, we want Iran to just end these ballistic missiles, just stop this ballistic missile program. They support all these proxies. They essentially want so much. Like they want Iran to just like completely disarm and be like a punching bag that we can just like slap around. And Iran's like, no, no, no. We gotta let's focus on the nukes, and
Let's
just
focus
deal
on
with
the
that.
nukes.
So
Khomeini was a terrible politician.
um,
Hashtag Syria
yeah,
and Lebanon and what's going on in Yemen.
yeah.
He's
Yeah,
but
nobody here on this pod is gonna make an argument for some type of like that the Iranian regime has some like moral standing.
yeah,
I
no.
mean,
So
these
let's
people
just
are,
get that out the way.
yeah, like that for sure. I mean, even before we don't even have to go back to like Syria and what all these proxies have done. Like just they massacred thousands of people in the streets. Like
But like
just like recently, right?
I heard 30,000, but let's just say it's half of that.
Which is nasty.
I
Which
know,
is
but
still, even
let's
if
just
it
give
is
the
half of
benefit
that.
of doubt. Even if it's half, it's still disgusting. Like,
Exactly.
what is
So
we doing here?
we don't even have to go back. Like this regime is blood soaked and drenched.
Yes.
But at the same time, like I mean, Israel and the U.S. So it's like anybody has a leg to stand on. I mean, not really.
No.
But the point is it's like
It's just a bunch
even
of osteoporosis.
even like the
Calcium
Iran deal.
deficient dirtbags. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. I don't even know, man. Like there's so many things like that with the Iran deal that just dealt with Iran's nukes, right? And Iran said we're not going to enrich the uranium and plutonium to levels which would allow us to develop a nuke, right? And so it was just that, and then we're going to allow for the Atomic Energy Agency to come in and do these really deep, intrusive inspections on all our sites. And so that was, I mean, amazingly enough, so many of these countries got on board with it. How often do you see like China, Russia, US, UK, France, all these countries like aligning on like a big issue? And it was a deal that was working too, right?
Yeah.
And it's not until
It was slow, but it was working.
I mean, yeah, apparently it was working. And so, what do you think is going to happen when the Trump administration comes in, they rip it up. It sends the message that the US is not interested in diplomacy. I mean, the Israelis didn't want it because the Netanyahu said we wanted more.
We're interested in diplomacy our way.
Exactly. Which in other words is complete disarmament. And do you think that any regime, especially in the Middle East, is just going to be like, they're not?
No.
Exactly. And so the ask was so much, and plus, I really look at people who were telling me a few years ago, like, oh, Trump is anti-war. Trump is not gonna. He didn't start any wars and stuff. And I'm like, this was during when Biden was in office. And I'm like, guys, do not go down this route, because this guy, you just have to look at the first term, right? The first term should have been enough to tell you that these people are insane and that they're going to do even more insane things. Because they ripped up the Iran deal. They put in these nasty sanctions on the country, all their industries. They bombed multiple countries, just like they did in this term. And I mean, whether it was in Somalia, Yemen, Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and the civilian deaths were 100% like undercounted. And just like, what we're probably getting fed lies right now, how many people have really died. Um, so he was incredibly hawkish and extremely aggressive and violent in his first presidency. You could have predicted the Iran war technically in after the first term, to be honest. And it's really a failure of the Biden administration to be like, we're not going to get back in the Iran deal. How did you not like push for that? I mean, that's
You remember this dude stopped being president of the United States and ended up being a Christian Zionist.
that's another conversation we have to have, dude, because when we talk about just like how we got here, right? The Christian Zionism is a huge part of it. I mean, it's
to my fellow Christians, the good ones. Stand up on behalf of your religion. Take care of what your Lord and Savior, as you claim, has done for you. Don't let these extremists run rampant on your religion. Does this sound familiar, Haroon MTS? Don't. You're doing a great deal of disservice to the teachings of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Peter and Paul, and every other person who contributed to your scripture. This has to stop.
Yeah.
We have faith in you. The Muslim community has faith in you.
Yeah, but I don't have faith in any of these people in charge. I mean,
yeah, now screw those. They're all waiting to die one by one.
Yeah, I mean, the administration is a Zionist regime. Hegseth, Rubio, Huckabee. Huckabee's even said, like, oh, if they took it, why not? Bro, did you see that Tucker interview?
Dude, did you see the whole? I watched the whole thing. It took me a couple days.
Where he was like, why not? Like, if they took it, like, who cares? I mean, and they're also like, again, Israel lobby too. Where's all these donors? I mean, all the donor money from the pro-Israel organizations. Miriam Adelson. How many millions did she pour into Trump's campaign? And we know what type of person she is.
I would think it went into the billions or her.
Was it?
I think so. Maybe
it probably could. I mean, she's like crazy, rich, like pro-Israeli, expansionist, extremist. And when you have these people, they're giving you money. They have unlimited access to you. They're constantly going to be pushing for the most hawkish, most pro-Israel, pro-Zionist policies, and the whole regime, the Trump regime. It's funny. All our adversaries are regimes, but we're governments. The whole Trump regime is compromised. Really, I mean, because what?
I don't know if it's compromised, bro. I think it's like I watch like these fairly decent like commentary clips on Instagram or like a whole 2 minutes or whatever it is. One of the things I think that people forget is, or just aren't talking enough about, is how much a twisted version of Christianity and Judaism is driving this.
Yeah,
there are, and the same as PSA Part 2 for my Jewish brethren, my Jewish Abrahamic brethren. Stop letting these fake Jews or these Jews or whoever the hell they are hijack your religion. We had 2 towers be destroyed because of bad religion. Don't let Jerusalem fall again like they did before. Dude, I had an inmate at work. He got so upset at the state of Jerusalem. He goes, I stopped going after a while. Why? Mm. It is Rome. They turned Jerusalem back into Rome. I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
There's like, they're coming together on the fact that the Messiah will return or come back, depending on who you ask. Like the red heifer thing.
The red what?
The red heifer.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking
about? I think I've heard it though.
So in Judaic law, there's a thing where it's like, okay, as the first and second temples were built, you had to go through a purification process. You had to take care of the land and the space and all these other things. So now, like in the Quran, there's like the command comes through Moses, sacrifice the cow in such and such and such and such of a look. There were 9 instances in Jewish history where a red heifer was sacrificed to purify the space, to purify the people. Because I don't want to say it's like ghusl, but it's a type of purification in Judaic law. Yeah. Now it's like some Christians go off into left field with this stuff. There's a farmer in Texas who became friends with a very Zionist-driven, politically Zionist-driven rabbi. Yeah. And they're raising red heifers, and they sent 4 or 5 of them to Israel. One of them
Okay.
got sacrificed as a quote unquote test run. Now I'm in the middle of watching a podcast interview with Dr. Ali, like our Dr. Ali,
Okay.
and
He's
he's
talking about
doing.
this?
I'll put it in the thing. I'll text you the thing.
Okay.
He's talking about this. It's like an hour and a half. The whole thing. And so they finally get to the red heifer part. He
Okay.
goes, I really, he does, you know how he has like this page he does looking to the left? I really don't think that this is to be taken serious, this test run of a red heifer sacrifice. The hunch, the guess, is that these are also like genetically modified, like the DNA's tweaked so they could become pure red, regardless of stress or situation or not. And these cows have to be
Okay.
raised in a certain way, and they're not allowed to do certain things. You got these folks that are in power, dude. Like Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, he ended up bringing both of these guys in like 2024 or 2021, something like that, to Congress at a breakfast to speak in front of members of Congress that were there. They were given a half-hour slot, dude.
The farmers?
The farmer, the Christian dude, and his rabbi friend. They disagreed greatly on theology because the farmer is waiting for the second coming of Jesus. So it's just fast forward. Let's go read Armageddon as fast as we can. Let's just fast forward the events. I see it as them trying to force God's hand. And the Jewish
Yeah.
guy, the rabbi, he's like, well, we need this cataclysmic event so that way God can intervene. We both want the same thing to happen. What's
These
going to be the end result? We're going to sacrifice Muslims and a lot of innocent people along the way. Let's do it.
these guys are these type of guys are they're already in the military. Like where there were reports like they're
This ain't
telling
even they're in the military. Fine. Headset got the little crusader Christian thing. Fine. Okay, cool. You got more of them that's there. This is extremely religiously driven, and the average Christian and the average Jew will suffer just like we did. And if they don't listen to these words,
so what is like I guess I kind of get the theology from the Christian standpoint, but like the Jews also have a Messiah figure, right?
Mhm.
Like, so that's who's that for them?
and Messiah, Dr. Ali was talking about like the names. There's like there's a Hebrew name. We know the man's name.
Okay, yeah, but interesting, huh? Yeah, I didn't know about that, but
I'll put
definitely,
it. I'll text you. I'll send it to you. I'll put it in the show notes.
yeah, yeah. I mean, definitely this whole like the Christian Zionism it runs deeper than I actually had thought until I started looking into it. I mean, and on top of that, it's funny to me because I remember Rubio. Did you see that one bit where Rubio got up and he's like, the regime of the Ayatollah, these people are fanatical extremist lunatics who base their geopolitics off of scripture and religion and stuff. And I'm
I
like,
know I
what is
missed it.
Christian Zionism? It's like he was accusing the Iran and like, oh, they make their foreign policy and their geopolitical decisions off of theology. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? You guys are running a cult. This is like a cult foreign policy too. Not to justify what Iran is doing or anything, but like the hypocrisy is so glaring, and it's just like thinking that you are superior. And again, it goes back to this hubris and this arrogance too. We have the power, we have the strength. We should just do what we want while we can and usher in end of times and tell all our troops that it is the end of times.
Yeah.
We're all pretty much on board. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. And I think, like, did you see that one? There's that one scholar, Robert Pape. He's been saying that
Never heard.
that yeah. So he did that one. I'm pretty sure he's the one who did this research where he looked at like all the suicide bombings from like the 80s and the 90s, and he was saying that like, most of this is like it's not really like religion based. It's like most of the suicide bombing that was taking place in that time period was just motivated by people trying to compel an invader to leave. So he's done like research on that, but he's also done a lot of study on wars. And so he says like I've studied every air war since World War One, and he's come to certain conclusions. And he says that like what the U.S. is and Israel basically like they're trapped, and Iran they're trapped in this escalation trap, and because like one the US thinks that like first off that air power is going to succeed in overthrowing a regime. And he's like I've never seen a case in everything I've studied where air power alone was enough to like overthrow a
Bro,
regime.
you got send me this. I'll put it also in the thing.
Yeah. So this is something like I was just reading his Twitter, then I caught something on YouTube, but there's like so much more that he adds on this that like this he's like, oh, this is a classic case where these powers are trapped in escalation. One goes in with heavy aerial bombardment. They have tactical success. Like they were claiming, like we have you look at like CENTCOM, they're like, we have degraded all their military capabilities. We have
Yeah.
destroyed thousands of sites, these missile sites, and their navy is non-existent anymore. And it's like tactical success, and then they get a response, and then it's just they realize, oh, their strategy is not working, so they have to double down. Then I'm forgetting like the exact names he was giving it, but he was based his general blueprint is like this is like a classic case of escalation trap.
Yeah.
And if the US commits to like full boots on the ground and actually going in like that, this is another, he says like this is another like Vietnam or something. It could be something much
It can't be, bro.
worse.
The Iranis know how to fight, dude. Say what you want about them Shiites.
Yeah.
They ain't afraid to die.
They completely underestimated the will of people. And how do we not, bro? How do we not see like, dude, the willingness of people to fight, especially when their existence is being threatened?
How is
How do you
Israel not
overlook
seen?
that?
How is Israel not seen? They've gone to war against Hezbollah and other Irani fighters. Riddle me this: the greatest army in the Middle East is getting smacked around by the Persians again.
I mean, but they're deluded into thinking that
They're deluded. Full stop.
how did these people, I mean, they completely underestimated or completely overlooked the fact that when people are pushed to their ends, they're going to fight for their life. This is a matter of life or death for them. For the US and Israel, it's kind of like this is an imperial war. It's not really like fight for their survival. And it's amazing to me how how did they sell this to the public, dude? That they present some type of imminent threat to us, right? Like how have they been able to sell that? And
Dude,
even
it's been the same imminent threat to us since 2000.
what like that intercontinental ballistic missile is going to hit Michigan? Like what are we talking about here? Like,
Dude, you said it's been presented. Doesn't mean look, they presented freaking weapons of mass destruction with Saddam.
no, but like, why do we keep like following? Why do we keep falling for this stuff over and over and over again? It's like what? It's just it's endless. I mean, it's coming from the guy who said we're gonna end endless wars. I mean, and MAGA's like MAGA ate that up. MAGA ate that up. Our guy is against war, and now their guy is starting wars, and they're eating it up. I thought you guys were against it.
Not all of them.
Did you see that 90% poll?
I don't know.
90% of MAGA is on board.
I guess I don't know how good that poll was. I would criticize that.
That was like self-identified MAGA people, and so, but I guess like people who are MAGA are gonna ride with him.
They might. I'm not sure. It's a Republican thing. I know that.
It's like a cult with their they don't want to oppose their leader. That's what it gets. They're giving those vibes.
Well, let's see what happens.
And dude, I think that all of this, like what Hegseth is doing, going up there, trying to convince everybody that this is all going well, they're all kind of, I think, they're shocked. They can't believe that like this wasn't as swift and as quick as they wanted and anticipated. And so that they're trying to present this image as in like, oh, everything is under control, we're confident. Meanwhile, like the whole world is undergoing like an energy shock, an energy crisis.
Yeah, how expensive is gas by you, dude?
Like $4 something.
Oh,
It was
it's
like
worse than us.
I think it was like 3.99 or something. What's yours?
I thought it was bad. What was it like? 389, 390? We're touching
Oh,
four. I know it's nasty.
yeah. What are we seriously? And and on the topic of gas, these guys are so they basically said, oh, we're gonna give Iran a pass to because they've been under sanctions. We're gonna unsanction them for like 30 days, let all a bunch of their oil that's docked out into the global market. So that'll maybe like adjust the prices. It's so hilarious. Like, they're letting Iranian oil out now because they're like, oh, we need to stabilize the gas prices. Who seems to be like flailing here and searching for a strategy?
The
It seems
orange man in DC.
the Orange Man and
His you see the conspiracy theory Netanyahu's dead, dude.
oh my gosh, dude.
Someone goes, I didn't see the whole thing. It was too conspiratorial for me. But someone goes, remember it took 8 years for the Israeli government to admit that Ariel Sharon died?
It
And I
took
go,
the what?
8 years for them to say that Sharon died. I
No
remember
way.
that.
I don't remember that.
Bro, he sat in that vegetative state for like a freaking lifetime and a half before they finally pulled the plug.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, dude. Even like the videos that were coming out later of like them trying to say he's all right, those look fake.
Six fingers.
That's
His
so
coffee,
funny.
his cup of coffee goes like this. Just
And people are making those coffee videos with like Iranian leaders, like
I know.
like they're okay.
Meanwhile, the president of Iran, like that really quiet guy, he's legit walking around the streets of Tehran.
Yeah. They think, we are taking out these leaders like the security chief and the intelligence minister, and it's like,
They're
guys,
dead. A lot of mercy on whoever deserves the mercy. They're probably dead, but it's not like
yeah,
you
like
lose the
have you guys
leadership.
you guys have completely, you were telling us, the Israelis were telling us, the Americans were telling us the goal is regime change. Where is your regime change? You just dragged us into garbage where we've spent billions and billions and billions of dollars. My gas prices are over my house. And like, you're about to send troops in there. Like 13 Americans are dead, and probably way more are dead, actually, and
I
way
know.
more are injured because these people are just utter lies. These people are complete liars. I mean,
Yeah.
they're just complete liars. So like, what is really going on? I mean, who knows? And then Cuba is next.
Yeah. God bless Cuba.
They're under blackout. I think the US wanted Venezuela so that they could choke off the oil to Cuba and help like trigger this collapse because they're really going through it right now.
Yeah.
And I think the Cubans were like, "Oh, we're expecting military retaliation." The Cuban government said that. So
Wait, like Cuban boots up? What? Like,
not like, I don't know about like boots on the ground, but some type of like US, like they want
US
to go for a
military
regime
presence.
change there. Like regime change there.
This is no disrespect to Cuba and the Cuban people. Beautiful, fantastic people. I met Cubans. I got a Cuban homeboy. I hope he's listening. The government, though, yeah, they ain't gonna be much. You think Venezuela was easy? Them old Castro, they're the Cuban old flesh bags.
They're all flashbangs.
They're all flesh bags, bro. I hate old people sometimes, man. Call me an ableist or an ageist. I don't care. Guilty as charged.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
man.
prison tomorrow. I'll serve my time in the 8 hours.
Dude, like honestly, even bro, I was like they've opened up a box which you can't, all this hideous and odious stuff is coming out of it, and
Tell you, old people.
and it's like you can't stop it because it's out now. Do you really think that the Iranians are ever gonna be like, let's talk to them again, let's have a discussion with them again?
They might. Have you ever seen like the foreign minister, the super eloquent guy?
Yeah,
The guy's like 53 or something like that. I would imagine so.
Boss. or Ajachi something,
I guess.
something, something. That
I'd like
guy.
to have tea with him one day. He probably got a couple stories to tell.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, seriously, and what they've done is they wanted like the people in the streets to kind of just rise up, but what you're doing with this is you're empowering the most anti-Western, anti-American, anti-Israeli people in Iran, the most hardline people. You're empowering them,
Yeah.
like so. It's doing the opposite of what you wanted. I mean, they thought, why don't we have like historians and smart people in these administrations who look at history and they're like, look, we did all this bombing in Vietnam. What did it get us? It got us nowhere. We did all this, regime change in the
Bombing
Middle East.
did Korea. Look what happened. That was the
Where,
50s.
where are like I thought these, where the generals are they pushing back? Like, have you heard reports on this? Like Mr. Trump, you guys are literally insane. Like, have you seen reports on this? I don't know.
I haven't.
Uh, and maybe there's more yes men around him now.
Oh, well,
Because as much as those guys like McMaster and Mattis in the previous administration and others, they kind of went along with him, but I think they did offer some like,
yeah, they pushed back.
mild
Those they
pushback.
had like those behind the scenes reports of like, no, belay that order. President will say do
Yeah.
something. They're like, no, don't do that.
Right. I think it was the chief of staff saying like, what was it? He said some like yeah, they were coming out with like, oh, he said some insane stuff behind the scenes.
Yep.
Just ridiculous stuff.
I know, dude.
But and yeah, dude, we're not I really think that this is just I don't see like a way you get out of this. You just don't. It just keeps going and going, and
It'll just have to end.
they want what they want to do. I think the US wants to do. They want to find a quick way to like, let's just stabilize these oil prices, bomb some more when we'll call it a day. Like they want something
Yep.
like, because the midterms are coming up. They can't
I
get
know.
stuck in getting stuck in this quagmire while the midterms are coming up. You're gonna get
Oh.
fried. They're gonna get fried.
Bro, the Republican Party still gonna get fried.
I hope they don't like sabotage the elections. You never know these people.
Yeah, there's that too. God bless America.
I haven't looked into it, but like, is there some way that, I mean, there's a way to declare an emergency, seize ballot boxes,
Martial law or something like that.
martial law, emergency acts, like I wouldn't put it past them, dude. This is
I don't know. They tried. Remember, hey, look, bro. They tried doing that in California.
oh,
Remember
with the guard.
something crazy? No. It was like, Iranian sleeper cells have like awakened in the state of California. It was like an FBI press thing, and then the governor was like, "What?" They're like, "Oh, our bad."
Yeah, dude. Speaking of domestic issues, dude, and all this stuff, we think some ignorant people might think this is all happening over there, all the way over there, dude. That Lebanese guy, he drove into a synagogue the other day because apparently some of his family members were killed by the Israelis in Lebanon, and then he ended up like driving into a synagogue. I mean, he didn't kill anybody, like, fortunately, but this type of stuff, everybody knows about blowback. Everybody knows about this. All our foreign policy has, over the last post 9/11, we just have to look at, has triggered blowback.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's refugee crisis, whether it's terrorism, like, do we want to repeat this? And then it allows for more aggressive right-wing clampdown, more anti-immigration policies, more anti-minority policies. It's just on repeat.
Invasion of privacy.
Exactly.
What is it, like ICE guys are going now to the airports because like the government shutdown?
Pretty much, dude. I'm traveling in a week.
Oh, good luck.
I know. I'm gonna run into ICE. I'm running into ICE at the airport.
Bro, go like dress yourself in an American flag. Buy like the Afro Man case where like he sued the police, like the local police department.
Uh-huh.
And he ended up like coming to like going to court in like this full two-piece American flag. Buy one of those. Bring your driver's license. Bring your passport. Bring your high school diploma.
High school diploma.
Just
Yeah.
bring it all.
Yeah, just prove my citizenship, like just parade it around.
Dude, prove your Americanness and parade it around.
Yeah, dude. But the way they are, dude, they don't care if you're a citizen. All these citizens have been picked up in these ICE raids, dude.
Yeah,
Did you hear about that?
I have.
So
Was
I
it
mean,
Politico? 404 Media? One of them two. Not
yeah,
Politico. What's
well
the other
that's
one? ProPublica. ProPublica, 404 Media. One of them two. They have like this
yeah.
detailed breakdown. I was like, oh snap, it's crazier than I thought.
Yeah, they've been going on after citizens, dude. So it's just like even you got the look of a Hispanic. Abu Hamza used to tell me at Zaytuna when I had my mustache goatee thing going and I had my hair really low and lined up.
Yeah,
He used to call me Mexican. He used to call me a Mexican.
bro.
Actually, when I do look at those pics, I was like, kind of somewhat those old IDs.
Good
Oh
times.
man.
I have mine
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, the Zaytuna ID.
Mhm.
I have it too. Oh
Dude,
man.
did you read that Peter Thiel article I have like put on the Google Doc?
No, can you like break it down for me? Because I looked at it, but I got distracted from it. I was gonna read it.
Yeah. What is it? Peter
The
Thiel and the
Antichrist?
Antichrist. Silicon Valley hype Antichrist. So you familiar? That's the author of the article. Are you familiar with Peter Thiel?
Oh yeah. The tech
Yeah,
guy.
the tech guy, Palantir, and we know who one of his proteges are.
Epstein?
No,
Who?
Vice President Vance.
Ugh.
I know. So here's the thing.
Oh,
Peter
let me
Thiel's
just
been.
before you go onwards, bro.
Go ahead.
How disgusted I am with these people. Like
Speak
like
on it.
like Tulsi Gabbard and Vance, all these people who are like, we are against war. We are against the costs of war. We don't want our servicemen dying for these stupid wars. And now you are in this admin and you are cheerleading them. How sad. Anyway,
What's
uh
that guy? The counterterrorism dude. He stepped down.
yeah, be like Clark Kent, okay? Like just do the right thing. But anyway, you were saying about
That's it. Peter
Vance.
Thiel. He's like the Palantir guy. One of his people's, one of his quote unquote students is Vice President Vance. Hmm.
Oh,
Anyways, so part of this article was like him driving around the world and like doing like these 4-part sessions on the Antichrist, even though
yeah,
this dude's an atheist, part of the, nowhere near being religious of any caliber.
yeah,
But he's like, oh, the Antichrist is like this, and we need to prepare. The Antichrist is like that, and we need to prepare. He's tapping a lot into like Christian eschatology. I
yeah.
guess a Jewish eschatology to a degree as well. Anyways, in this thing, he talks about how like we need to have this return to tribalism. He's convinced that like
Like
the
nativism and racism and the
bro like just like asabiya and almost jahiliya, but definitely asabiya.
so is he like trying to promote a clash of civilizations?
In a way, yes.
Okay.
And he'd have the billions of dollars to to
Yeah.
figure it out. He was acquaintances with Epstein. Elon is one. He's part of the PayPal mafia. This guy. What made Elon rich? This dude got rich. There's a bunch of them. David Sachs is the other one. These
Mhm.
boys with Peter Thiel. He's like all in. They have like that all in podcast with like that racist Indian dude, David Sachs, and there's like 2 other guys.
Okay.
And it's like I don't know if
The
it's
Nerd
just
Reich.
yeah, it's a good. I listen to the podcast. It comes out like random episodes,
That's
but
funny.
I don't know, bro. It's like if there's a push to just like what is it called, like accelerationism? You find in like AI and like this
Mhm.
whole Tescrow philosophy of just like okay, it incorporates like transhumanism and being post religion and being post society and being post law.
Postmodern.
Yep, postmodern, not necessarily postmodern. Whatever comes after postmodern. The
Hypermodern?
idea. AI
Yeah.
modern. Oh,
Yeah.
how something like AI, the digital age, essentially uploaded your conscious into like a server somewhere in Montana is going to be this new form of society that's going to come to
Yeah. So
these
they
dudes.
want so they want
Oh,
your whole like life transferred onto a cloud in your whole consciousness.
mhm.
And there are
And
there
he's
I mean
like, you need that. He goes, you need that asabia because we need to do away with this world order. It's a necessary part to end the Constitution, to end the liberal order, to end conservatism. It's just, you you get one leader, leave him there for a generation. When he dies, you figure out the next one. Is it quite like monarchy? I guess it could be.
wait, so like world order? Like what is this?
No, not necessarily world order. It doesn't have to be one world order.
Yeah,
It's
I have
just
to look into this. Like, I don't know.
we
These,
Joe Durant has been doing a lot on it. I'll send you something too if you'd like, but I'll put
yeah,
this article in the thing. Nerdwreck podcast, and he has people that like come, and he's just like, yeah, according to like this, public event, Peter Thiel said this, and like in this public event, like David Sachs was talking about this, and then you see how the two are parallel and just contributing to like what the Trump administration is trying to do in terms of, well, we don't need elections no more, or the government's going to take care of it, or I'll be the last president that you've ever met.
it's like a critique of tradition, critique of everything
Mm-hmm.
past. Like, why do we got to pledge allegiance to the founding fathers and pledge allegiance to? I mean, we should just chart our own way.
Yep.
And
Try your
I
own
think
way.
the money also, like, with the whole Epstein billionaire class, dude. I think that all these people who are involved in all this rotten stuff, I think when you get to a level of wealth and money, which is just so much more is coming in than you can spend, and it's just it's unbelievable, like extravagance and luxury and just excess. I think that it has like a corrupting effect on the soul.
It's a
Like
dunya, dude.
100%, it's going to.
It's a dunya, bro.
Like now I think about it, like at first, like Bernie's whole thing, like ban the billionaire class, like I think he's like,
It's
yeah, we
good.
should just like ban them. Like at first I was like, I don't know, but I'm like, yeah, dude, like what does that wealth do? Like what do these billionaires do? Like they do these kind of things. Like how, and aside from the fact that like you don't even need all that to live and survive, um really. So we're an insane society, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Completely, in many ways, so many ways, morally bankrupt.
Bro,
Um,
I hate to make this doom and gloom, and I hope we don't finish the podcast like this. It's going to get worse.
yeah, yeah. Though that's what I was saying when we had our like last ice or not when we were had our last podcast or whatever. I really don't think that like they didn't think through this whole Iran thing. This is gonna get worse for them. If you read his Truth Social tweets, and dude, the way he's talking, we really need to just impeach him. The Democrats need to win in the midterms and just impeach and just they need to take over the Congress and just
You
get rid of
think
this.
that you think they're competent enough to freaking do it the right way this time? They tried it twice.
I
Congressman
mean,
is 2-0 in the freaking Democrat Congress.
if they get the Senate too,
They need
and
to
they
wake
get
up.
Chuck Schumer out of the way,
They need to wake up.
if they
Dirtbags need a shot of insulin. Let them go walk around the block.
there's so much
Take your
material.
take your little vitamins, your osteoporosis vitamins. Then maybe we got a fighter's chance.
Oh my goodness, man.
I got no faith in that.
Yeah, but it's like the only thing that I don't know. What else could like be a shock to the system to them? Like they're just gonna
Mom done in 2028.
yeah, but even then they're gonna go after him like no other. Like see how they're going after his wife? Like for all those like, for old social media posts and stuff. And they're gonna
Yeah,
be like
bro.
and they're gonna go after him like, oh, he wasn't born here, and like, oh, there's a nonsense circus.
Yeah, I know it'll never happen. Constitution. But Oh, you know
Yeah.
what those my the one thing it's like, when stuff like this gets talked about, my brain goes off into this deep depressing end. Uh Haroon, not Haroon, what's the name? Yassine Ahmed. Yassine, we need you on episode. Yassine, he was telling me one time I went with him to Cornell when he applied to be the Cornell the Muslim chaplain up there. It was
Mhm.
a good trip, alhamdulillah. It was, they free everything. We just had to go up there. Like, all right,
Yeah.
cool. He reminded me of the hadith. He goes, Prophet said, you have a seed in your hand. You look up and it's the
Mhm.
qiyamah. Finish planting the seed.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
you and I, this endeavor, you know, my kid upstairs, we may not have, be it's not us that'll be successful, but
Yeah.
we all
Yeah,
have to
dude.
do our
Like
part.
we have to do our part because, like, I don't know that when that Iranian intercontinental ballistic missile is coming to Michigan. Like, so I should like plant. I should pray. I should. Oh
Go
my gosh.
3 2 hours, hold the door open for people, give your mom a hug.
Yeah. What have you prepared for it? That's what the
Yeah,
prophet's
what have you
response is
prepared
like.
for it? So it's like,
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, like we do have to talk about it, though, right? Because isn't it that
yeah,
the end of times come when people stop talking about it? There's something
yep,
about that, right?
yep.
Is that like a hadith tradition, or is that just like the scholars say that? Because I've heard it.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I
I
heard
don't
it
know.
from somebody. I don't. So, but anyway, yeah, like it's as much as we like to, not like to, but I mean, we kind of have to like discuss these things and raise awareness. Um, yeah, we should focus on just doing stuff at the
And
end
if
of the
there's
day.
anything we learn from Gaza, however you want to, some code vibe coder wants to, control an algorithm or two. As long as we go out there on the internets and just start posting and publishing and sharing and clicking like, we see what happened, dude.
Yeah.
The world became Palestinian.
Yeah, dude. And now wasn't it a Gallup report that was saying that now more Americans are
I don't Gallup, Pew,
they
one of them.
sympathize with Palestinians more? Was
Yep,
it Pew or Gallup something?
one of them.
One of them. But the shift has started, especially
Yep.
amongst the younger crowd. I don't know if I have faith in the older.
You think I do? You heard all the crazy old people thing I've seen?
Like, I mean, I definitely see, like, especially on social media and amongst like the people I talk to, like the younger crowd is like, yeah, this the Zionist regime is like one of the biggest rogue states on earth. It's so
Yep.
hilarious. Actually, it's not hilarious. It's just when you read a lot of international relations literature and a lot of writings by scholars who work at these think tanks and work at universities, they always tell you the same stuff, that the rogue states are Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, Venezuela, like all our adversaries are rogue states, but we're never the rogue states. We're not us and our allies. We cannot be the rogue states.
Bro,
It's
American
so
exceptionalism, bro.
it's just so like funny, not funny, but just like why are we so unable to like put ourselves in the shoes of other people? You know, this is one of the black holes or just one of the big flaws of of policy at the highest levels. Oh my goodness. You know.
But yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to end on this sour note, right?
All right, so here's an awkward change. Currently behind this Google Chrome browser is a program called uh, Google Anti-Gravity, where I'm currently vibe coding the weather app.
What are you coding? Vibing what? What are you doing?
Vibe coding. Let me see if I can pull up the image. No, not this one.
That's the most
I'm
like that's the most
huh?
AI like vibe coding.
Yep.
Is that like
So you
coding for people who are not professional coders?
pretty much. Let's see if this loads. So right now it looks something like that.
So vibe coding a weather app.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's being built to be loaded up on this as this is going down right now.
Wait, so you're building an app?
Mhm.
Really?
Mhm.
And like you're gonna marketplace it?
I don't think so. I don't know. I want it for this. Let's see if I marketplace it.
Mm. Should I get into vibe coding?
I don't know, bro.
I don't
My
know what I
wife
want to
wants me.
vibe. Huh?
Neither did I, but now my wife wants me to vibe code her something for like a Muslim habit tracker. Doing your like what's called and stuff for the morning.
Wow.
I go, yeah,
The
sure.
first my tech goes.
Oh, you're at 18. Mashallah.
I'm at 18.
Well, I accept.
Yeah, I know. I had to like add some in here because of all the, all the stuff that I've been thinking about. I need to like just rewire my brain sometimes because getting just all this news and everything in your brain all the time. Oh my gosh, it's
I
sickening.
know. Very much so.
I have to escape.
Yes. Might as well go into Fanat.
What? Yeah, just don't do like the halaj for now. Like,
Yeah, no. Look, keep the comments to yourself, everybody. May Allah bless us all with being in a state of Fanat. Just keep your experiences to yourself.
yeah, yeah, keep your taste, your dhok to yourself.
Yeah, I had shade
What?
for Oz one day. I had shade
Yeah.
for Oz. I was like, Shade, I got a theory. He goes, yes. I said, yo, we read like these, Ahl Tasawwuf, the ones that get executed. And
Mm,
it's like, if they would have just not talked, they would probably still be alive, right? He goes, yeah, but like when you experience something like that, you have no choice sometimes but to just like express.
yeah, like you just get ecstatic or something.
Yeah, you can't hold on to it. You have to just,
Yeah.
and some of them were successful, like Ibn Arabi, say what you want about him, like Dr. Ali, he would tell us, to read Ibn Arabi, you need an Ibn Arabi dictionary. Like you need ijaza
Yeah.
to even like open up Fatah Makkiyah. But it's like those guys were, what was it? There's the great like scholar of Istanbul, Aziz Mahmoud Huday.
Hmm.
His Sheikh Tasawwuf, his Sheikh Murabbi, he writes Uftada, his name. Uftada writes, he goes, same exact thing I was just saying. He goes, yeah, if you're in this state of fana or you experience something
Hmm.
like highly
Psychedelic stuff.
spiritual, yeah,
Yeah.
like high, like this expanded, like it's just this immense spiritual state. You just keep your comments to yourself. Maybe you journal it at the most, but keep your comments to yourself. It doesn't need to go out into the world. It's between you and Allah anyway. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
That's true. I mean, it doesn't unless like, maybe you wanted some clarification, but even that stuff can be kept private between you and a teacher, or
Yeah,
you and somebody you trust, right?
exactly.
Because it's not that we can't share or like dreams, for example, right? Maybe you had like a really spiritual dream or something. It's,
Yeah,
I mean, it's not that I can't share it, but like maybe I would think about who gets to hear it.
yes.
That would be probably the only thing. But some of these things I hear, man, like I was reading Imam al-Haddad's, and I shared it with you from the Book of Assistance, and he talks about how people who really experience the night of power and Laylatul Qadr, they see they're able to witness the dazzling lights. They're able to witness, creation prostrating before God and this. And it's like even the language itself is like, how, you can't internalize that. Like it's such a like what made him say that? Like because that's not the normal human being's experience. And so
But
it's like
remember,
you can
nah, go
only
ahead, go ahead.
you have to like you'd have to taste that to like be like, okay, now I get what he's saying. But like it's just it's way too abstract when you read some of these things that
Yeah,
like I don't know, you can't really but some people might look at it and be like, oh, it's innovation or
yeah, Crawford or something like that.
something. I don't know. It's
Oh,
cool. Yeah.
well, yeah,
I wanna be on a Sufi cloud nine. Like
I know, so do I, bro. Like, Go visit Imam Zaid or something.
Stop by Imam Zaid and like,
Damn, dude. So bad.
like in the
Sorry,
fourth.
Imam Zaid. Forgive me. Trying to plan a trip to Connecticut, so.
Yeah, you get there and like Imam Zaid is still fasting in the clouds. Like,
I know. Oh, dude, speaking of Connecticut, we spoke to Miss Louise the other day.
oh yeah.
Yeah. You remember Khalil, her son?
Mm-hmm.
He got engaged.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
That's good
So,
stuff.
yeah, so we got to go see Miss Louise. She asked her, "Oh, do you speak with anyone from the seminary?" I'm like, me and Haroon are doing a podcast. So I sent her an episode.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
Yeah, we need to get feedback on this too, because I don't know if we're driving, if this is a podcast if this is a podcast searching for a strategy, or if, or if we have a strategy. I don't know.
We'll talk about that another time. It's getting late.
My initial belief was, let's just start throwing stuff out there, talk about stuff we're interested in, just engage with what's going on in the world, and do it out of the love for the conversation and the ideas, kind of, you know.
We'll break down numbers another time. I got them on this
Yeah.
thing and stuff like
It's
that.
late, right?
Rankings, at least on my time zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know what you think.
Yeah. I think this is better than that musical accompaniment.
Screw you, bro.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right.
So like